we got us a Sunday grocery haul up in here. Okay, so this is going to be a grocery haul, meal prep video combined. First thing that I got at Target was a kombucha. All right, here we go. So I spent $277 at Target today. I bought some other stuff that I already put away, but I kind of went double on everything and had to restock my entire house. So just about. So we got chicken thighs. How many pounds is this? This is like almost 2 pounds. We got 4 pounds of chicken thighs and then 4 pounds of 93.7 ground beef as well. That's one bag. All right, we'll get this one out of the way. I got my yellow corn tortilla chips, bananas, my cowboy caviar. I don't know why I'm obsessed with this stuff. I don't think corn is the very best thing I should be eating, but you know, whatever. Some blueberries to go with my bananas. I'll probably either do bananas or blueberries in my oatmeal, which is here. Maple and brown sugar oatmeal. I got some raspberry and peanut butter Uncrustables, the best, the absolute best. Cheese. Instead of the lime cream sauce, I got this avocado cilantro, which is only 1 gram of carb and 0.5 grams of fat, no protein, for 15 grams. And then I got queso. Of course, we got the queso, all the Mexican style stuff, some more protein, just in time for the shrimp, Richard. We got some jumbo shrimp. And Richard, honey baby. Oh, you can't even see him in this video yet. I got 5 of these Oikos Pro smoothies. Those are 23 grams of protein each. Oh, and I got my sour cream as well. Another bag down. Now we got the big bag, the fun bag. Come here. Come here, my love. Right here. Okay. I got, instead of the packets, I'm sorry, I'm looking down at where Richard is at because I am mirroring my screen. I got this blue raz because I tried a sample of it. So good. I like it a lot better than the lemonade. An energy drink. Watermelon Element. Coffee. We got hot buttery rum coffee. And then some protein shakes. Richard, that's a no-no. He knows. He knows. One of those can go in the freezer, actually. And then for my meats, I got taco seasoning mix, which I will obviously show you what I do with that. Stevia for my coffee. And then also for my oatmeal, we got some granola butter, which is brownie batter. And then the Target, the Good and Gather creamy almond butter is the bomb, the absolute bomb. That's all I got. Doesn't really seem like $227 worth of stuff. I did buy some eyelashes, some shit for my bathroom. Immediately forgot toilet paper, but look at this. I got this little vacuum for my car since this one sheds all over. But that is my haul, and I will do I'm about to do all my meal prep. I have rice, as I didn't get it today, but I'm going to be meal prepping rice as well. So here's the haul, and now we meal prep. For the record, I am in no way, shape, or form excited to do this right now, but your goals don't care about your feelings, okay? So we're gonna start by putting the shrimp in the rice cooker. Putting the rice in the rice cooker, not the shrimp. So making a big ass batch of rice, and I just buy, I don't know, this jasmine rice or similar. It doesn't have to be the Good and Gather brand. So I put basically equal, my rice cooker has lines on it. So it's at line 2. So I put water up to line 4 in here. I talked about this in one of my other videos, but rice cooker would be a game changer. Okay, power, white rice. Okay, next we are going to do chicken thighs into the crock pot. So again, we want to be as efficient as possible. So I put one of these in the crock pot. Oh, this bad boy is on. So that I don't have to clean it up. And these, all 4 pounds of this is going in. Come on. Okay. Also, it is $4.50 when I started this. This is the first time I've used this crock pot. I got it for my birthday because I returned my parents' crock pot to them. So hopefully it works as fast as the one that's 35 years old. I am gonna put a little bit of water into this, like maybe half a cup. Okay, 3/4 of a cup. And I put it on high, so it cooks faster. Boom, okay, those are ready. So now we need to do shrimp and ground beef. Big pan for the ground beef. Gas ovens are elite, come on. Gas stoves, not using the oven. Okay, I guess I didn't do any dishes since the last time I made ground beef, but that's okay. Okay, so what I am having this week, I've had the ground beef, shrimp, and chicken thighs on repeat for weeks, and I never get bored of it. But if you are getting bored, what are you gonna have something different for every meal, every single day of the week? Are you eating like ostrich, or like what do you expect to be eating for every meal if you're not willing to eat similar meals? And if you need help figuring out how to put a meal together, we have a guide on that, the Build a Balanced Meal Guide. It is how to build a balanced meal, mix and match examples, and then some recipes in there for your balanced meals if you are unwilling to just mix and match. All right, and I didn't even defrost or thaw my shrimp that I just bought, so I'm doing that right now while that's cooking, or detail. So what I do is I dump the shrimp into the colander, and then I put the tails in the bag. After they're thaw enough, after they're thaw enough for me to pull the tails off pretty easily. Here comes Richard because he knows I have shrimp. My boy, hi. I'll give you one of these in a minute. But these are jumbo, dude. You're so spoiled. You could also I'm gonna make the shrimp on the stove top, but I mean, you can make them in the air fryer. Richard, stop. You're gonna get your paw burnt. I hope that was visible in this video. You little shyster, You can kind of see him. All right, so the shrimp I don't put any seasoning on, but the ground beef, I always add taco seasoning, but you don't have to do that. You can also just make it plain and keep it plain, and then add whatever sauce you want. Like if I was in prep, I would do that, and then I would add mustard or kimchi or chili sauce, whatever I was feeling, as long as it fit my plan. And here is some shrimp for you, thawed and detailed. Make sure that you are not just using coconut oil or olive oil or whatever kind of oil and just pouring it in the pan, because that is all fat and that does count towards your calories. Little things like that add up. I do not, however, track these types of sprays unless, I've never had a spray that had macro information on it, but I would if I did, or I would track it if I did. And this is going to last me at least till Friday. The shrimp might not, but I know the chicken and the ground beef will. Between the three of them, that's why I like to do the batch prepping thing, because between whatever you're making, you're going to have food. And then once it runs out, it's nice because like if one thing runs out but the other thing doesn't, you still have food. And then you just have to make like one thing instead of 5 things or 4 things at a time. Obviously shrimp cooks really well. This is already cooked, but I recook it because I can. I'm pretty sure everybody does that. It's 5:02, so we're 12 minutes in. I'm obviously going to not just sit here and talk while the rice and the chicken cook, but I will let you know what time it is when they are done. I believe the rice takes 30 minutes. I also, with chicken thighs, I do that from frozen as well, if that's what I'm doing that week. But I don't know that I've never seen them at Target, but Walmart has boneless, skinless, frozen chicken thighs and chicken breasts that would work perfectly for that. I've also air fried those as well, straight from frozen. You don't have to, oh, you gotta get the chicken out and thaw it. You just shyster. Richard, you cannot be up there. I'm about to drain this. All right, ground beef is done. I should have looked at what time I started the ground beef, but this is the taco seasoning that I put on it. Whole bag. I put a little bit of water in so it mixes in nicely. I feel like it had to have been like 4:57 when I started this, so 9 minutes. The shrimp is also done. I took it off the burner. All right, so 15 minutes to make a big thing of ground beef and a bag of shrimp. And also, we have those getting ready. And then I don't portion my meals out in advance. You can. It's all about finding a system that works for you. This is my system. It has always worked wonderfully for me. I just keep them in separate containers and grab whatever I need and weigh it out when I need it, when I am ready to eat. I don't like the do it in advance thing because I might change my mind about wanting that flavor of whatever that day. You could also just do like ground beef and rice and portion that out and then add your, whether you're adding vegetables or sauces, add your flavor later. Like maybe the morning of, before you're about to go to work, or the night before. The whole thing is being prepared. What is the saying? Fail to plan, plan to fail. This system, so there's the ground beef and the shrimp is going in here. Boom, ground beef and shrimp are done. What did I say? 4:57 in like 12 minutes. But yeah, tell me about how you don't have time to meal prep. Everybody can find 12 minutes in their day. I can promise you that. We'll be back for those later. 5:21, so it did take exactly 30 minutes for the rice to be done. So I usually take a fork, stir it up. I like to use this rice instead of like Uncle Ben's, like 90-second rice. A, because it's a lot cheaper. B, because this is just carbs. Maybe like 2 grams of protein, not even a gram of protein per ounce. So basically just carbs. And rice does not make you fat. Carbs do not make you fat. An overconsumption of rice or an overconsumption of carbs is what makes you fat. All right, I don't need a whole nother large container like this. And you know what I did in the meantime? I vacuumed my apartment. So it's not like meal prep requires you to just sit and watch the rice cook. I also no, I didn't wash those pans yet. I just vacuumed and kind of set my desk up because I got some work to do after this. But it's not like it was that long. It was, 12 minutes since the beef and shrimp got done. Boom. Oh, solid. All right, I'll probably check on the chicken and move it around in 30 minutes. Bites and licks add up too. Don't forget that. Okay. All right, it's 7:24. And the chicken is done. This did take, what was it, 4:51, 5, 6, 2.5 hours? Not bad. I think it just feels to me like it took longer because I'm tired and I want to go to bed. But we take the chicken out. I leave a little bit of the juice on it so the taco seasoning has a little bit to grab onto. And then we shred it. Shred. My least favorite part. Now, these are big shredded pieces, but I really don't care at this point. And I can shred it more when I warm it up. So I'm actually gonna put a little bit more juice in here. And my chicken, the meal that I use this with the most, or how I put this together the most, tortilla chips, sour cream, queso, sometimes cowboy caviar. And it is solid. Obviously light sour cream. I use white queso from Target. Well, as you saw, and that was actually just half the pack of seasoning, which I already had half the pack open in my cupboard, so I should have used that. But wah frickin' law. And now we have all our food for the week. That's how hard meal prep is. If you need the guide I was talking about earlier, let me know. Let me know if this was helpful. And if you try batch prepping, let me know how it changed your life.